Okay, welcome to Adventures of a New Nerd. New 52, Volume 1. I'm going to talk about Huntress. It reminded me a lot of Black Widow's current run. It's cool that they didn't reboot her character. The backstory I know is from the Arrow TV show where her father was a mob boss or whatever. So anyway, so it starts with her going to Italy. I think she was recruited by a pair of reporters. She's like talking with them, and on her like hunt to like take down a mob boss, she finds sex trafficking, so these women, and so the whole thing is her finding, like, taking them down, whatever. I feel like Huntress wasn't overly sexualized. I feel like the cover didn't do such a great job. It's all right. I also like her love of Italian pastries, and I'm pretty sure she is Italian. So I guess I won't like ruin the plot for you, even though it's pretty straightforward. In the end, Power Girl comes. I mean, some of it's I think I like prefer both character interactions and sassiness, and this one didn't have like a lot of either. But in the end, you see, I'm pretty sure it's Power Girl, and it's going to be continued in Join Us for World's Finest. So I will be reading that at least. I enjoy Power Girl's interaction with her. I think one of my favorite little quotes is she's gonna go get the mob boss, and he's like, "What about the line of so and so?" And she's like, "Don't you know all the witnesses do the hunting?" Which kind of almost seemed like a little bit of a play on her name. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about it. It wasn't my cup of tea. It was well written. It was well drawn. It has a good, strong storyline, but I didn't find it particularly interesting. Almost a little bit basic. So, Supergirl, volumes 1 and 2 of the New 52. Volume 1 was largely exposition, I feel like, kind of filling in her backstory. They rebooted the Supergirl character. She is Superman's older cousin who was in stasis surrounding the sun for, like, the entirety of Clark's existence. And there is like some fighting and a real plot going on, but I feel like it was largely like this entire book 1 was exposition. The one thing is there's this awesome just like interaction and of this, and they're like, "Oh, I love your accent, where did you get it?" And she goes, "Dublin." Anyway, so I'm like, "Oh, I really like this character, I hope I see more of her, she seems really cool." And so then I do, and I really feel like this writer actually like loves his OC more than Supergirl. And she's really cool, and we get her own storyline. I guess I don't want to like spoil it. And Supergirl is cool too, but I just feel like I think that the author definitely like focused on his original character. We had a whole storyline based on her, and I thought it was super, super interesting. There's this one scene that I liked where Supergirl's wearing normal clothes, and she's like, I don't know if I can ever get used to wearing these clothes, like, blah, 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 and I feel like they'll never learn to fit me, which I thought was, like, a really cool, like, idea of, like, your clothes learning to fit you in this future advanced society where she's from. And, I'm a little bit frustrated with her outfit. It's like, why is she wearing long sleeves and then just underwear? I really feel like she should be wearing pants. And I feel like it doesn't even fully, like, it's not even like super full coverage underwear. Although, hey, look, next suit. But, yeah. In the end, see here you can see it's a little bit like goes up higher than, I don't know. I think it should, I guess. And then I really loved it, and I was like hoping for more, but in the end, she's like, "I need to go do this on my own." And I was like, "Oh, don't even do this." And then she like kind of like teams up with Clark Kent, but like not really. I mean, Superman. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens in Volume 3 or so. Supergirl also is very stand on its own, and so is Huntress. They both, like, are on their own storylines. You don't need to be reading anything else. In Huntress, she does make a lot of references to Gotham, though. So there's Supergirl number 3, Sanctuary, and there's a lot more going on in this one. I think number 2 is actually my favorite. This one, as a trade, it has a lot of tie-ins. it's cool because there's a bit of her own segment, and oh, you talk to her friend from the Office OC that I was talking about before, which is cool. And then there's more of like Kryptonian Superman drama. Oh, Superboy shows up in the like last bit of like this first issue, and then like I think there are some other issues in between here in Superboy number 3 or something like that I need to like read, and that's so frustrating. Like, why don't you just finish the story arc with this? Like, and then I skip to something else completely, which really shows me that I like missed something. And you know, she still doesn't trust humans, blah blah blah. And then there's some like Kryptonian drama, and some guy's like, "Help me save Krypton," and she's like, "Okay, I will fight everybody because like they don't care, and they like, don't understand." And she saves Superboy, and then she goes to find Clark Kent, and it's this scene. Well, she goes to find Superman, and she finds this scene to go looking for him, and then it's like cliffhanger, and then we're back to something else, which is like in the next issue, and I'm just like, so frustrating. Like, do I need to find Superman and read that too? I don't care about that. It's just so frustrating. And so, you know, there's the bad guy, potentially love interest. And then Superman and Superboy team up with the Flash, and they bring in Wonder Woman, which I don't really know how that works because she's got her own book doing her own thing. So I don't know like how that works, I guess. Woo, Wonder Woman. And the tie-in, they like mention an issue, Superboy 15, and then one of the other ones is like something else number 3. So I need to go find that, I guess, or like I just don't care enough. Maybe I won't search for it. And then we get Power Girl in the end, which is cool. I actually really like Power Girl, and Power Girl is Supergirl from Earth 2, who's now on Earth 1, which is this, and so she's her older, and then there's the whole drama with Supergirl's own sanctuary attacking her because there can't be 2 cars, and so they try to kill one of them, and that's super frustrating. There's a little bit of fun banter between them, which is like actually so great to see, and she's like, "I think you're too old to wear that like little like cutout boob window shirt," and she's like, "It was in your wardrobe," but Kara's like, "But I never wore it." And Kara's like, I don't know, I feel like she like just graduated high school. And Power Girl is a business executive and stuff. And so I'm actually pretty excited to read more about Power Girl and her team up with the Huntress, who it must be that the Huntress is when in Earth 2 I read that Batman finally converted Catwoman to the side of good, and then they had a child and she became the Huntress. And now both her and Power Girl are in Earth 1 from Earth 2. And so I'll be talking more about them a little bit later. So basically, moral of the story is Supergirl 1 and 2 you can read before Superboy 1, but Supergirl number 3 you probably need to be reading at least at the same time as Superboy number 3. Potentially a few other things need to tie in.